Hi all, good afternoon. This is the show which is done by Sneha Arts. Sneha Arts is, driven by Dr. Sneha Lalita. She's a renowned sculpturist, and she has got award-winning, monuments which have she has created. So in this particular show today, we have a special guest, a very very renowned sculptor who has created an identity not only in India but also across the world. So we have Mr. Ram Sutar and his son Anil Sutar who are joining in today. It's an honor having you here, sir. And you might be aware that Mr. Ram Sutar and team were the artists behind the Statue of Unity. They are the ones who designed the Statue of Unity. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel sir का जो statue है, that has been designed, and he has been greeted with Padma Bhushan and Padma Shri in 2016 and 1999 respectively. And he's also contributed to a lot of other ornaments which are world famous, not only famous in India but world famous. And he's been very passionate about creating sculptures of Mr. Gandhiji because he has met him during his childhood and is very passionate about creating the sculptures for Gandhiji. And whatever Gandhi statues which you see in any state's secretariat or any large Gandhi statue is basically he's the man behind it. And his journey is like 60 years old long, and he's very famous, so he's created a monument which is like world famous. Out of all the statues which are standing in across different worlds, we have created the identity where the Statue of Unity is the tallest standing statue right now. So बहुत अच्छा हुआ सर आपसे मिलके. Thanks for joining the show.
Basically, thank you so much for inviting us. Thanks to Sneha's Art, and we are very pleased to be with you today.
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू अनिल जी एंड राम सुतार जी. बहुत अच्छा हुआ. सो ये आपका जर्नी कैसे शुरू हुआ अनिल जी? सो आप कैसे ये स्कल्पचरिंग या आर्ट में आप एंटर हुए?
My father started this work when he was very young. In 1947, he made the first statue of a bodybuilder, and Gandhiji in 1948, while he was in 10th grade. And we come from a very small village called Dhulia in Maharashtra, which is near Aurangabad and Chalisgaon. So my father studied there in his school days, and later on he joined JJ School of Art in 1950. So almost his whole life was in Maharashtra until he came to Delhi in 1958 and joined a government office, DAVP, and he worked there for a year, and then got some chances to make some statues for the Trade Fair of India at Pragati Maidan during that time, and it was about two sculptures of family of farmers
Oh.
and one single figure. So that's how that was his first sculpture in Delhi, and from that the journey till today started as his freelance as a sculptor.
वाह, ग्रेट. सो ये बॉडी बिल्डर का जो फर्स्ट स्कल्पचर था, तो उसके बिहाइंड स्टोरी क्या था? कैसे आया ये, मतलब आपका रिक्वायरमेंट कैसा आया या आपने पैशन से बनाया?
After these statues and this statue, then I got chances to go to Bhopal. Well, when he was a student in
Mm-hmm.
the village, he generally had a bodybuilding or what they call akhada in a
Right.
village, uh, in a place called Nair, which is very near Dhulia. His teacher was there, so they asked my father to make a bodybuilder statue so that the students who come there to do their bodybuilding, they can get inspired and so they can make a better body. That's how that small statue, over 6 feet high, is installed near the river in Nair, and there's a bodybuilding area, akhada there, and so students come there or young youths come there and do bodybuilding practices and all that.
Wow. That is so nice. And how did this passion for Mr. गांधी जी? I heard आपने बहुत सारे गांधी जी के स्टैच्यूज बनाए हुए हैं. तो ये कहाँ से शुरू हुआ?
My father himself saw Gandhi in Dhulia when he had come to Dhulia, and At that time, my father was very impressed with his, following like what he followed, like doing yoga and cleaning up the villages and all those things, cleaning up the river, banks and all that. So my father was very influenced with that, and whenever he was in the school, he used to practice the same thing by doing yoga early in the morning or cleaning up the school classrooms. And on the walls they would use cow dung and clay to put a layer of that on the wall. So he started from that point, and as he read about Gandhiji, he became a follower of him. And today also, if you see, since last 16 years, he's just using kurta pajama as his dress.
Dress.
And many years, well, after coming to Delhi, of course, because it is very cold here, he does wear shoes and shirts and coat and pant and everything, depending on the weather condition. But otherwise, mostly you will see him in this attire only.
दिस इट ओके. बचपन में कैसे थे सर? राम सुतार सर कैसे थे? मतलब शैतानियत बहुत ही या पहले से ही बहुत सीरियस थे? कैसा था, मतलब उनका मनोभाव कैसा था उस टाइम पे बचपन में?
He spent most of the time with his mother. So what happened is mother used to go to the lake which is near the Dhulia village, and there he would sit on the banks, take out clay from the lake on the side, and start making some small sculptures.
ओके.
Then he would come back home, and then in the house they would again put cow dung and clay on the wall, and the small granaries which they made in the villages to store grain. So he would draw on the granaries, various like Tukaram Maharaj, Shivaji Maharaj, and various a horse and stuff like that. And then he also would draw on the walls also
ओके.
with white paint, chalk, or whatever, or black. So that's how he started doing that. And what happened was that while he was in school, he started painting and sketching on sketchbooks. And he came to know that there was one teacher in Dhulia who was in teaching teacher in teachers training college. His name was Sri Ram Krishna Joshi. So my father went there and met him and asked him if he could sit in his class. And so Sri Ram Krishna Joshi saw his work and thought that he is a poor, he comes from poor family, so let him allowed to be sit there. And eventually he became such a friendly or a family person that they wanted him to stay in the house only. So he would actually join in the daily chores like the cooking, washing utensils, and mother, Sri Krishna Joshi's mother, though she was a pandit, Brahman, they
ओके.
welcomed my father in their family as their own. And so my father started staying there. So Sri Krishna Joshi thought that he does such good drawing. So as a student, he gave him some money and bought posters made so that he could distribute in the students who are coming there to learn how to be a teacher in art school. So he would get about 25 rupees or 5 rupees for whatever he did, and then this money was given to him. So he could buy books or anything like that. And Sri Krishna Joshi himself then advised him and helped him to join JJ School of Art by recommending him to stay with his brother in Mumbai and paid for the fees in JJ School of Art, and monthly he sent him 25 rupees so that he could buy clay, plaster of Paris, or whatever he wanted in there.
वाओ.
And then he was very happy because my father won a gold medal, which is called a Mayo medal, from that college. And he, instead of completing the entire college life in 5 years, he did it in 4 years. Because the moment he joined a JJ School of Art, the teachers thought that he knew so much knowledge that he could easily be accommodated in the second year. So he ended up sitting in the second year, and every year he used to come first class first. And so he was given a JJ School of Art Mayo Gold Medal.
सुपर. सो ही वाज नॉट ओनली गुड एट आर्ट बट ही वाज गुड एट ऑल द सब्जेक्ट्स, मतलब हर सब्जेक्ट में ये फेमस थे.
I don't remember that because he says that he was good in art. He somehow did his matric and but we failed in the matric. And at that time, it was didn't really matter because actually my grandfather passed away at that time,
Okay.
so he could not attend the classes and neither go for giving the exam. So he did not pass that. But at that time, it was not very critical that you need to have a degree or a certificate of 10th. So, but they accepted him, and he was very good at art at that time.
सुपर सो पहला रिकग्निशन कब आया जिसमें सर जी राम सुतार जी बहुत फेमस हुए फर्स्ट रिकग्निशन विच
When the parliament, the Gandhi statue in the parliament was installed first in Gandhinagar and then in Parliament New Delhi. There was some problem with the before they could install it here in the New Delhi Parliament. So in Gandhinagar they wanted to install a Gandhi statue. At that time we installed a statue in Gandhinagar, and from that time I think people came to know that he is a good sculptor, and then he started getting recognition.
सुपर सुपर सो इस लाइफ जर्नी में अपार्ट फ्रॉम क्ले ही स्टार्टेड यूजिंग फ्रॉम क्ले ही ग्रेजुएटेड आउट टू मेटल एंड यू नो लॉट ऑफ अदर थिंग्स सो अपार्ट फ्रॉम क्ले क्या क्या यूज किए थे और कब शुरू हुआ ये बाकी चीजें यूज करने की
While he was in college, he also worked in stone, marble, and of course metal also. They were taught how to do the metal casting. It is only in 1960 he made his first bronze statue
ओके
of Govinda, which is 12 feet high, in Delhi, near the parliament. And but for that we did not have a foundry, so we got the statue cast in Mumbai at one foundry, and then it was installed here. It was later in 1970 that we had our own studio in Delhi, where we created a facility for bronze casting.
ओके सो ये सभी जर्नी में हाउ वाज हिज फैमिली लाइफ सो वाज ही एबल टू गिव you know good time for family or he was busy with creating sculptures for the nation
Actually, when I was young in school, we used to have he used to make sculptures in the house itself. He did not have any studio. We had two bedroom or two room set in Delhi, where my father used to work there itself. So a lot of models which are in bigger size today, the small models were made there itself, that house. And then once the sizes had to be increased to a bigger level, then we rented different houses and we used the backyard to make a small studio. And there was one time when with Dalit Kala Academy in Delhi, they had an old building in Bistari near Chanakyapuri, where they had a very old building where they rented out some spaces to various artists. So my father also got a space there and then made a few statues there. And but later on, we created our own studio in 1970 in Lakshmi Nagar, which is East Delhi. And from there, we had our own studio in 600 square yards, where there was a room, a hall, which is 25 feet by 25 feet, in which we used to do clay work, and another 25 feet by 25 feet for bronze casting.
ओके सुपर सर राम सुतार जी ये क्वेश्चन आपके लिए है हम देखते हैं अगर आप ये आंसर कर पाओगे सो आप जब बचपन में आप अपने माता जी के साथ वो जब पानी लेके जाते थे तब मतलब पानी में क्ले लेके आप खेलते थे सो सो
Not able to hear you.
ओके
Now you ask slightly louder.
ओके सो राम सुतार जी जब बचपन में आप अपने माता जी के साथ जाके वहां पे जब पानी लेते थे नदी से तब आप क्ले लेके आप यू नो ये आर्ट बनाना सीखे सो अनिल साहब ने कब सीखा ये तो आपके जनरेशन में नहीं था तो अनिल साहब ने ये कब सीखा आपसे
Actually, I tell you about the beach. Beach of Shiplo,
Okay. When there was a studio, my own studio, I was working there. He also used to come and work with me. It is just natural, the talent is also in me. So like this, we have to develop by seeing my structure. And we have to start.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry about architecture. We also done some new works. It's natural. It's a hereditary.
Hereditary. Naturally, you got it. So Anil sir, what is your version? आप आपको कैसा लगा? मतलब why did you want to get into the same passion of creating awesome structures?
I was from early age, maybe from 2 years age, I did see him working. So I used to work with the play with the clay and all that in that time. And when I finished my school, I was very good in art. After school, then I told my father I would like to do college of art. I'd like to join college of art. He says that you already know art, so why did you become an architect? And so that you have both the lines in your hand, which is like architecture and sculpture,
Hmm.
so that you do very good in that. So I ended up taking architecture, where also I was first class first. And during that time, from you can say 76 to 81, when I was in College of Architecture here, Delhi School of Planning. Actually, we had art as a very important subject. So I was very good in that also, and I used to get very good marks. And when we did an art thesis, I got 99 out of 100, which the professor Mr. O.P. Sharma said that I could have given you 100 out of 100, but I cannot give 100, I can give only 99. So during that time also, on the weekend when the college was not there, I used to go to my studio, which was very close to our college. So I would spend the weekend in my studio with my father. So when he was working on the Gandhi statue or various other big statues in the studio, I was with him. So I was observing all the time. I think by observing also one learns a lot. And because I had a very good drawing, I was learning architecture, so you get engineering knowledge also. So it was a very, and we both are like friends. And he's my guru because he is through him I have learned this thing. But what we find is that we have the same wavelength of thinking and doing all these work. So we form a very good team in that sense because we are able to contribute from both our sides in terms of architecture, engineering, and art. And of course, I also do art, sculpture, clay work myself also. And because I've seen him, my studies also in like art, architecture, sculpture, I've done that. And we travel a lot. So whenever we are somewhere, we are able to actually enjoy the museum, enjoy the sculptures and paintings whenever we are abroad. So it has been a very good experience for so many years that I've been able to work with him.
Superb. So, apart from monuments which are of famous personalities like Vallabhbhai Patel, yeah, you talk about Gandhi ji. Any other art form sculptures which you were like you made during the journey?
Well, I think we have made modern sculptures also, but they are not publicly actually installed anywhere. It was just because in our free time, we generally end up sketching some modern sculptures, and so no particular modern sculpture has been made up till now, which is of a big monumental size. But we do have plan of making about 255 modern sculpture, which was proposed for the Commonwealth Games, which were there.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, government could not find the land, so we were not able to make that big monumental sculpture, which was modern, which expressed how human tendencies to progress in life and how India has progressed since 1947 after independence. How India has grown, how it has gone to moon, it is going to Mars, and so many things what India has done in IT sector, medicine, and in so many other fields that today Indians are in America or all over the world and are making good name in their own field. So that sculpture shows how progress has been done and how progress is going to continue for India. But unfortunately, it did not come through because of the land was available, the time was not there. But apart from that, we are doing very big sculptures. For example, after Sardar Patel statue, we are also doing the 350 feet high statue of Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar, which is going to be installed at Hindu Mill, Dadar, Mumbai. Then the Shivaji statue, which is coming up in Arabian Sea, which is going to be about 400 feet high on a horseback. It will be the biggest Christian statue
Wow.
and installed on a 200 feet high building, and that would be visible from the marine lines and all these areas. And apart from that, then we have also been approached, and our model has been accepted and approved for the 251 meters high Rama statue, which is coming up in Ayodhya. In 2018 November, a competition was called, and our statue was adjudged as the best sculpture, which was shown to our CM, Mr. Yogi, and he himself tweeted that the person who has made the Statue of Unity will be also making the Statue of Ram. And he asked us if we were able to do it in India because he did not like the idea that Sardar Patel statue was cast in China. So we explained to him that we are the main sculptors for the statue, but the casting was done there because we did not have a very big foundry in India as such. But we assured him that if we were given that word, we presently have a very big foundry, and for this project, we will definitely make a bigger infrastructure so that we can complete this big statue also.
Super. I mean, awesome, and all the best for that. So, how did this Unity Statue of Unity start? How did it evolve? The idea evolve. What was the journey? What were the hurdles? And this is definitely you created something for the entire world. This is like setting a flag high, going to Mars or moon, and putting a flag of India out there. So this is what we have done. So how was the journey, entire journey?
Credit goes to our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji because it is his idea that such a big statue of Sardar Patel should be made. Now, several people had given their models because they were in Gujarat, so they tried to pursue meet him. But later on, what happened was they appointed an architect from America.
Mhm.
Uh, I forget his name, but they appointed an architect and they asked him how should the statue be made. So he being from America, he suggested that we appoint an historian who would be able to tell us more. So that historian, he came to India from America and saw all the statues which were made by different artists, saw all the museums where he could see photographs and the clothing what he wore, the chappals he wore in various museums. And later on, after his study, he informed the government that the best statue which suits his personality is made by Mr. Ram D. Sutar, and a statue was installed at Ahmedabad airport. So the government of Gujarat, they called us and asked us if they could use this statue to be made bigger, and if they could use this in the image of the statue for the foundation stone laying at the site. I easily agreed to that, and they made a huge cutout and installed it at the area where the foundation stone was being laid. And our name was put in the tender document that the statue made by Mr. Ram Sutar is the best which portrays Sardar Patel for his life, what he has done. So then L&T approached us and several other bidders, they approached us and we helped them to put the tender documents together and shared images of a statue so they could bid. L&T, of course, got the job and we had made a model for them for to which they were able to express how the project is going to be. And of course, all the drawings were ready. So we were approved by L&T to be the sculptors for the statue. And so we, together with L&T, created different sizes of statues. The scanning of was done accordingly.
Mm.
And then finally, the statue work was done here in our studio. Then the scanning was taken to China, and we used to visit China many times to see how the details were being made and how we should be actually doing it. So that's how we used to travel a lot on the big 1:1 scale thermocol model. We used to do work with our own hand, teach the Chinese what texture we want. Initially, what they did was they made the entire statue very smooth,
Hmm.
like the statue which they made. So we had to explain to them this is a statue of a living person. It is not Buddha statue or any god like that. So we should give some texture. So we helped them to develop a texture after showing them personally how the texture should be. And then they saw it, and about 20 people tried to replicate on different parts. From that, we told them, okay, this is closest to what we have made. So now those people learned that and then applied the texture on the entire section.
Wow. So much of detailing that goes into finalizing one structure.
The shawl, the sandal, we have to tell them how the threads have to be shown in the sandal, how it is natural, how the shawl is made. So we made the threads in the shawl. The jacket you will see, if you see the details, you can see the threads of the jacket also,
Hmm.
which is a textured to show the difference between the kurta texture and the jacket texture and the texture at the dhoti. So all these things are differentiated in the big statue. And the most critical thing was to maintain the proportion of the big statue.
Yeah.
For of course, we use the modern techniques of 3D scanning, proper proportional carving of the statue by CNC machine, plus our visual experience when we are doing that at such a big level, where things were to be changed, we changed the things in China and then gave the approval to start the bronze casting. So once the bronze casting was done there, it was brought here, welded together, and then installed on the main structure.
सुपर सो बहुत लोग सोचते हैं कि ये खाली मतलब यहाँ पे खाली एक ड्राइंग बना दिया, चाइना को ऑर्डर कर दिया, चाइना ने बना के इंस्टॉल कर दिया, बट बहुत लोगों को ये नहीं मालूम कि कितना डिटेलिंग लगता है इसमें, कितना सुपरविजन लगता है, कितना सिलेक्शन लगता है. मतलब यू आर नॉट जस्ट टेकिंग व्हाट दे वर प्रोवाइडिंग. आपको आप स्पेसिफिकेशंस दे रहे थे कि ऐसा मटेरियल चाहिए, ये टेक्सचर चाहिए.
Well, that project itself, you see, it's a combination of an architect, a structural engineer, and an artist. So these three elements are the key things which made this big statue come up. And it has become a very successful project, and people are enjoying it. A lot of people go there on the weekends, on the weekdays. So what people earlier used to question as to why this was made, whether it was good, I think that question has been answered by the people, the number of people who have been visiting that place since the inauguration.
True, so true. So how many years it took and how many people, I mean, in your this thing, कितने लोगों का मेहनत लगा है ये बनाने के लिए और कितने साल लगे थे?
The whole project, about 3,000 people must have worked on the entire project, which included the architectural building, the museum, the making of roads, the infrastructure which was developed for this particular project. The structural engineers were there who were working on this thing. In China, there were many people working on this big project because casting, finishing, welding, all those things had to be done before dispatching. And of course, at our end, we had about 25 people who were working on that, on various size models and all that. And it took about 3 years to make that big statue.
Superb, superb journey. So next question, Anil sir. So Ram Sutar ji, what is his age? What he feels is his age now? How young is he at heart now?
Right now, he's 95 years, but he calls it, he says he's 59 years old.
59 years old.
He works 8 hours a day when he's in the studio. And he enjoys being in the studio. Due to Corona, we are not able to take him right now because there are so many other people working. And at his age, doctors have said that he should be at home till the vaccine comes. But on daily basis, I am sharing all on what all progress is going on various statues which we are making, and I go there every day. So right now I'm handling all the things in studio, and of course in the evening we share what has happened in the day, what is happening, and then he gives me suggestions. So next day I can go and like see how it can be incorporated all those.
Superb. So he's 95, he feels he is 59 only and still working for 8 hours and monitoring the studio remotely. Wow. Superb. तो अनिल सर एक बात बताइए, अभी भी डांट पड़ती है आपको? मतलब कहीं गलती, अभी भी कभी डांट पड़ती है सर से, डैडी से?
So, maybe dance for it. So, from beginning also my nature has been very simple, and I think I'm not been a naughty person in my childhood, and even at this age I'm not very naughty. So so he doesn't have a chance to say anything to me right now. But I think we are happy the way we have progressed, the way we have got projects, the way people have respected us and shown respect for our work, for his contribution in the field of art. He has also been awarded Tagore Award,
Hmm.
uh, which was given last year. So I think the appreciation from the government, especially our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, uh, appreciated the work, honored us, both of us on the stage when the inauguration of Statue of Unity was there. When we did the war memorial here, he also appreciated our work there. And he often remembers our name when he's at some special function or when people talk to him. He proudly takes name of my father, that Ram Sutaji is such a simple person. And during the Tagore Award function, my father said that I still want to work much more in my life. So he picked up that line, and during his speech, he said, "This is the type of people I want in India who, at such a big age of 90, 94 years, when this award is being given, he still thinks that he has energy to do more things, and he hopes that other youths take inspiration from him so that they are able to work like that."
Superb. Really, really awesome journey. And Anil sir, what is his proud moment? He feels that ये मेरा proud moment है, proud achievement है.
I think he feels that all his journey has been a very motivational start. Each work has been a very prestigious work for him, and he has given all his 100% for all the statues which he has made. So he cannot say that, okay, this is my best statue. But people, when they see all these statues, one thing they always remember and try to tell him or other people that Ram Sukarji has spent his entire life in the field of art, and he has never been in a position where he has gone to the press to say that please write about me or please take my program on TV. In fact, when Mr. Zail Singh was the president of India, he had mentioned that with the work what you do, I would like to give you Padma Shri Award. That was long time back. Maybe it was 75, 1975. My father refused him and he said, no, no, I still have to work much more. We'll see later. So otherwise, other people are just trying to meet so many people to get these awards and all that. But my father or we never have approached the government that my father should get one award. It is the government who decides that Ram Sutaji should be awarded this honor.
So very, very humble, very down to earth. We're receiving a lot of compliments from people who are viewing this. So they're really proud. They got introduced to you. High respects, for the opportunity of knowing your life journey. And people are commenting that you're very down to earth and a very great personality. I think both of you, I see. I mean, you're also, almost a replica of him in terms of the nature, the humbleness, and being down to earth. I think वो that expectation, I think वो family में set कर चुके हैं कि this is life, this is what.
Even my children are like that.
Oh,
So it's like in the family, the upbringing has been such that we all, their family is very simple. And but we always aspire to do good work. And our motto has been to do our best in whatever project we handle. And we give our full. We are also doing many projects for people, sculptors who are abroad, like in UK and other places, who get the casting done from us. And so they have faith in us, and we look forward to working with many people in America for some big projects which they have in mind.
So आपका लाइफस्टाइल कैसा है मतलब आपकी मतलब फ्रॉम द टाइम यू गेट अप टिल द टाइम यू स्लीप हाउ इज अ टिपिकल जर्नी फॉर बोथ ऑफ यू
Generally, we get up about 6:30, 7 o'clock. Have a cup of tea, get fresh, take shower, and be ready for breakfast. We spend about an hour for breakfast because at his age he eats it slowly. So we spend about 45 minutes or so for the breakfast. And then we both go together to our studio. There we have several works which are going on. So we see each and every work, see how things are being done. He does work with his own hand. I work myself with my own hand. And then oversee what is completed. So what is the next stage? Then we have a foundry where I generally look after. So I go in the foundry. Then we have about 80 people working right now. So what all works are going on? Presently, we are also doing a 153 feet high Shiva statue for Bangalore in bronze. So that is also coming up. Then we are doing a 90 feet high statue of Kempegowda at the Kempegowda Airport, Bangalore Airport, which is also going to start very soon. So all these works are also going on simultaneously. And so we have a lot of people working in different stages. So that also needs to be supervised. Then again come back to studio and then after spending an hour in the evening, then we come return back at about 7:30, reach home at about 8 o'clock. 8:30 we have our dinner, and then we watch TV. I watch TV with my father. We see wildlife, discovery, YouTube. See the various museums, various cities, how other cities have developed, and so 2 hours we spend in that, and that's by about 11 o'clock we go to bed.
Good. And what is his favorite like where choices of like TV channel or movies his favorite movies his favorite actor actresses
Channel, Discovery Channel, and of course now we started liking YouTube because on YouTube you can see so many things which we have not visited or places which we have visited we can recall okay that we had gone to this museum, this we had seen, this is the same river or same mountain, same country. So now he is able to appreciate and he thinks it's a magic that by staying at home we are able to see and experience so many different all over the world. You can see whether you want to go to Japan, Germany, Switzerland, UK, America. So he enjoys it a lot.
superb so what is that you preach to your kids or family members क्या मतलब लाइफ के बारे में आप क्या सिखाते हो इन टर्म्स ऑफ फैमिली इंपॉर्टेंस या फ्रेंड्स के बारे में
I think since they have seen us together because we are staying in a one joint family, I think that's the biggest opportunity for them to learn as to how I behave with my father or how we treat both ourselves, like he treats me or I treat him, how we have food together, what kind of topics we discuss, and so they are learning that also, and that's why I think their nature is also similar to us, and they are also very soft spoken. They have also new ideas, so we are trying to bring them. My son has done by bachelor's in fine art, and my daughter has done BBA and she has done a diploma in painting. So their input is there in terms of art also and in terms of management also because they are a new blood. I think they have better ideas for management and looking after how the business can be handled also. So I think that's an additional part apart from what we do. He did only sculptures and painting. I did architecture, so I'm able to help him. So in a different because engineering knowledge is also there. And now my children, they are also into management and art. So I think now it has become like a full-fledged business industrial kind of a thing where we have help from all the family members.
सुपर मतलब कभी भी मार्केटिंग की ज़रूरत नहीं हुई थी पहले क्योंकि बेस्ड ऑन वर्क रिक्वायरमेंट्स आती थी आपने प्रोजेक्ट्स फुलफिल किए थे 100% सो नाउ
Went out to ask for work. And fortunately, whatever work he has done, people appreciated them and he got more clients from that. Today also the all the statues, the Rapid statue as I told, we were invited that we should do that. Our work was appreciated, that's why we were invited. And similarly, like Ambedkar statue, Shivaji statue, or this Ram statue, our statue was entered as the best. And Yogi Ji tweeted on his picture and it was given in newspapers. The Shiva statue which we are doing is again for the same reason because we are able to handle such big projects and we guarantee that it will be given in time. So that is another aspect that no matter what happens, whether we have to work 24 hours, we try to deliver the statue as per the client's thing, which helps the client a lot because then we are not pulling them that okay, it has to be done according to us. But if time permits, we definitely assure that we'll do the work in time and the renovation, whatever the occasion might be, they're able to fulfill it.
सुपर। अभी बहुत सारे ऐसे वर्ल्ड फेमस या टॉलेस्ट स्टैच्यूज हैं विच आर ऑलरेडी एस्टैब्लिश्ड। अपार्ट फ्रॉम द स्टैच्यू ऑफ यूनिटी, आप दोनों का व्हाट इज योर फेवरेट स्टैच्यू विच वाज ऑलरेडी मेड देयर इन टर्म्स ऑफ क्रिएटिविटी और द आर्किटेक्चर?
I think it's talk only about art because our statues are more realistic and that's how my father's work has been appreciated or our work is appreciated.
Nice special style. You should like it.
The rough style, the texture which he gave or I gave is recognized by people and by looking at the sculpture, people can say this is Mr. Ramsuka's work or Mr. Ramsuka's company's work. So they are able to do that. I think as an artist, my father always had a vision to make a very big Gandhi statue. So for that, I think the biggest statue of Gandhi which we made is a standing statue in Patna, which is Gandhiji with two children in that Gandhi Maidan. And the next big statue of Gandhi, which is the second Gandhi statue, which is at Karnataka, this thing, assembly, which we have made, which is 27 feet high statue. So biggest Gandhi statues we have are those. But my father had a vision that we should make a very big statue. Maybe it could be near Porbandar, it could be anywhere in Gujarat also, where he would like to make a big Gandhi statue with two children, and this entire composition is on earth, which represents that it is a message of peace to the entire world, and the message his life is his message. To my life is my message is the word that sentence written at the bottom. So it is the message of peace for not only for India but the entire world. So that's one of his ambitions to do that. And of course, he wants to do some bigger artworks in abstract to get people, not something that untitled artwork. It is not like that. He wants to do modern sculptures which have meaning to it. So I think if given an opportunity, we would like to install a very big modern sculpture which has meaning and which inspires people as well.
थैंक यू सर, थैंक्स अ लॉट फॉर शेयरिंग द एंटायर जर्नी। बहुत अच्छा हुआ आपसे बात करने के लिए, एंड आई एम सो ऑनर्ड दैट आई गॉट दिस अपॉर्चुनिटी थ्रू स्नेहा आर्ट्स दैट आई कुड इंटरेक्ट विथ बोथ ऑफ यू एज ग्रेट पर्सनैलिटीज। मैंने अभी तक स्टैच्यू ऑफ यूनिटी नहीं देखी एंड दैट वाज इन माय बकेट लिस्ट, बट अभी इतनी क्यूरियोसिटी ज़्यादा हो गई एंड आई वाज फीलिंग सो guilty that I am interviewing both of you without seeing that. But yes, I did see the Gandhi statue in the secretariat in Hyderabad, and it's just awesome. The detailing, every time I felt my passion or my eyes were on the detailing of that particular statue because of those the lines and all that. It is not a smooth finish, but it is to the detail. So thanks a lot for giving time out for this. Great respect to both of you. And
Thank you to Ravi and Sneha Raj for inviting us for this interview, and we enjoyed it.
thank you, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot. And we hope this you have further successors who take this passion forward in your family to the next levels.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, friends, for joining in. Have a great day ahead. Thank you.